Ian's selling his house for $250,000, and you come over from California and you go, I've got a ton of cash. I'm just going to offer you $275,000. Arizonans can't do that. They're trying to. So all the Californians are buying it. The house prices keep going up, 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 and we really need to build a wall between Arizona and California. I'm just joking.
All right,
but we have the Californians coming in, and they're bringing the prices up, and so we really do need to. I wish Californians would stay and try to fix their state so that Arizona can have prices for homes that are reasonable.
Kari Lake realizes that a Republican campaign has to cause division and hate, while also blaming regular people for the problems that greedy corporations and paid-off politicians create. So she wants those Californians that have been run out of the state by exorbitant housing prices, somehow caused by them, to stay away. But she also wants Arizona women to take their asses to California for abortion care.
Even if we have a restrictive law here, you can go 3 hours that way, 3 hours that way, and you're going to be able to have an abortion. We have to start looking at the minds and hearts of women and showing them that they can be alive.
For a party that claims to want small and limited government that stays out of your life, they have a weird obsession with infantilizing people. The state is going to show women they can be a mother, as if there aren't many reasons people choose to get abortion care. When Trump felt the pressure of standing by his high-stepping about overturning Roe v. Wade that allowed the state to eliminate abortion access, he folded, and Lake loyally followed behind him.
This total ban on abortion that the Arizona Supreme Court just ruled on is out of line with where the people of this state are. The issue is less about banning abortion and more about saving babies. I agree with President Trump. This is such a personal and private issue. I chose life, but I'm not every woman. I want to make sure that every woman who finds herself pregnant has more choices so that she can make that choice that I made. It's natural for women to be nervous and anxious when they're pregnant. I never would ever assume that any woman had the same exact feelings I had or situation I had. We know that some women are economically in a horrible situation. They might be in an abusive relationship. They might be the victim of rape. I agree with President Trump. We must have exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of a mother. We as American people don't agree on everything all of the time. But if you look at where the population is on this, a full ban on abortion is not where the people are.
She even released a statement so that her thoughts were in writing, that she vehemently opposed the ruling, hoping that Katie Hobbs and the state legislature would come up with a common sense solution that the people of her state can support. It left people wondering where her principles really stand. And now that the pressure actually forced enough Republican lawmakers in the state to join Democrats in overturning the law from 1864, where their brains still reside, Flipper's back.
Well, I think we all need to realize that our first priority is to save as many babies as possible. And this law passed. The Arizona Supreme Court said this is the law of Arizona, but unfortunately, the people running our state have said we're not going to enforce it. So it's really political theater. We don't have that law as much as many of us wish we did.
Unfortunately, the people running our state are saying they're not going to enforce it. Bro, you were one of the people that said that they had to do something about it. She's not even done. She's putting her lack of principles on full display by making proponents of abortion access the enemy again, as if she just didn't say last month that she understands the litany of circumstances that force people to choose to have an abortion.
What they're really doing is trying to get us focused on that, when what is going on behind the scenes is they're pushing for the most extreme, radical abortion law in the country that they're pushing on Arizona. While we are focused on that, a law that will not be, pursued, and the AG will not push this law, they are behind our backs pushing a law that will be the most extreme in the country, that will call for abortion right up until the birth of the baby. And that will not only be the law, it will be cemented into our Arizona Constitution. And so what we need to realize is we've got a couple choices here. Do we fight for a law that's not going to be the law of Arizona? It won't be pursued. The AG will not push this law, or do we fight what the Planned Parenthood folks want to do, which is give Arizona the most extreme abortion law in the country?
So now Planned Parenthood is coming to kill your babies again. Does she realize that all this flip-flopping from one week to the next is on video and in writing?
Look, Arizonans aren't going to be fooled. They know who Kari Lake. They know who Kari Lake is. She is someone who will lie, has lied about almost everything regarding her positions on abortion. She'll do anything to gain power. We're going to use her own words multiple times so people will see that. And look, we're going to do this also face-to-face. We are traveling the state right now. We're going to the most Republican areas of the state. We're going to some of the farthest areas of the state that haven't been reached, some of our tribal nations. And we're talking about Kari Lake's record. And she's going to have to defend herself. She's surrounding herself with kind of MAGA extremists. She's not really talking to normal Republicans every day. And when she gets out of her little bubble, little safe bubble, she's going to realize that her abortion positions, number one, are not trusted. People believe that she's going to actually go for an abortion ban.